Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video I will address all the questions you guys sent me and it's all related to the Redbull Wololo Legacy tournament which I just played on. I just came back home and I was like, maybe it is a good idea to do a Q&A, so let's jump into it. First question is going to be, with the struggles you had in the group stage, did you think that you might lose in the group stage, or were you always confident that you could bounce back? Well, initially, for me, it was that I was extremely confident in the way I prepared with, my GL teammates in the boot camp, and also prior to that, playing the qualifiers definitely helped me as well. So I was very confident. And first day matching against MBL, and playing against MBL is always tricky because he plays so different compared to other players, and I obviously knew that he didn't prepare too much. And on the other side, I had my preparation, which was way more than his. So I was a little bit feeling the pressure there. But usually that's a good thing for me. Playing against him, and yeah, lost 2-0 at the first day. So I knew that the second day is going to be very tough for me. I would have to face against Kingston first, and if I beat him, then I would have to play against Ogao. So in theory, I told myself, okay, this is definitely a path which I can overcome, which I can go. But yeah, it was going to be a tough one, nevertheless. And yeah, when I played against Kingston, I felt pretty good. Beat him 2-0. And then against Ogao, that was kind of crazy because I lost first game on Kawasan, where I was thinking, okay, I had the lead, but his economy was just better. Therefore, he won. And then the second game, the moment, what was it? Moras, Dravidians against, what was it? Bulgarians, right? Yeah. Where he reached Castle Age, I was not even clicking up yet. I was like, okay, I'm out. I'm losing 2-0 there. So that was very tough. And I was just like, let's just keep on playing. No matter what, just tried, and eventually worked out. If it was a ladder game, I would have 100% resigned already. So that was pretty neat. And also game 3. I was in a very bad situation again. Dogao played it amazing, but Eagles for the win, and I managed to make the comeback there. So yeah, to answer the question, I was not that confident that I would come back after losing 2-0 against MBL. Whew. Second question. Do you think that if you had beaten Tado, you could have won it as well, the entire tournament? Honest answer, no, I don't think so. Because beating Hera and then Larry is such a big task, and I still don't understand how Tato has been able to pull it off. It was just absolutely crazy. He went complete beast mode, and I don't think that I would have been able to do so. So, from that perspective, I'm extremely happy that Tato was the one coming as the victory from our set. Question number 3. Funniest moment, the moment at which you laughed the most. So, I had a lot of funny moments in Heidelberg, but two things which are really have in my mind are related to doubt. So when we were in the boot camp, he, at the beginning he was super motivated. He was like all out. He wanted to practice. Then after a couple of days, we always do the same thing. We practice, like we get up, we practice, we eat, we do some sports, whatever. Practice, talk a little bit about everything, then practice. So it was really repetitive in terms of how the day looked like. And after day 6, 7, and all of a sudden, Dowd gets this complete mental collapse and is like, guys, I cannot do this anymore. Like, I know exactly how tomorrow is going to look like. We're going to wake up, we're going to practice, we eat, we practice, we do some sports, we practice. And the day after, we do exactly the same. I see all of you guys. We practice, eat, practice, blah, 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 blah. And every day is the same, everything is repetitive. And he struggled so much with that. Apparently, Dowd is someone who really enjoys having diversity in his daily schedule. But that was not really the case in the bootcamp. So he really struggled with that mentally. And the last days, you could really tell that he's, suffering a little bit. And my favorite moment was, just him realizing that was 2 or 3 days before we headed off to Heidelberg. Him realizing what it would mean if he would lose the first 2 days. That would mean the suffering he had in the 2 weeks of the boot camp and the suffering he would then have to sustain the next 2 weeks after he lost are going to be so much without any reward for him. So he was really putting himself under a lot of pressure. Like, Jordan, I cannot lose in the group stage. I have to reach top 4. Otherwise, this has not been worth it. So yeah, at the end of the day, he lost at the beginning of the tournament. So yeah, just him being so devastating after trash talking so much was definitely hilarious to me. Question number 4. Can you walk us through your set with Tado? So yeah, we have game 1 where we played on enclosed Incas against Sicilians. That was, in my opinion, the best game of the tournament. It was back and forth all the time. And yeah, Tato and I, we didn't hold back or held back at all. And I think we were able to provide a very good set there, or a good game. Then after I won that game, I was feeling extremely confident. Playing game number 2 on Northern Isles, I didn't expect to win that one, to be honest, because Tado is just such a monster on Northern Isles, hybrid maps especially. So I was like, okay, let's try something out there. Something I didn't really practice, but I wanted to be spontaneous. And obviously I was also very fortunate with the spawning. And I was able to land him on a very good spot, and therefore I was able to take it home. And yeah, being up 2-0 in the best of 5 is always a very comfortable position. And I also felt like I was playing extremely well. However, I also felt that Tato didn't do any mistakes. And guys, if you play against somebody who you feel like isn't doing any mistakes, puts a little bit of pressure on you because you have to play 100%. If you don't play 100%, you play only 99%, you're going to lose the game. And that was the thing which happened to me. I feel like game 3, I didn't play 100%, I played maybe 99%, and Tato with his beast performance was, there to capitalize on that, and took it home then. And game 4 as well, I think there was no point in the game where I had a slight advantage. He was just completely overwhelming me. And then game number 5, I think, was the most one-sided one. On acclivity, Byzantines against Vietnamese, and he just, I don't think a lot of people would have been able to put on such a performance as he did after being down 2-0 in a best of 5. That was just phenomenal. And there I kind of got the second confirmation that I was thinking, if Tato plays like that, he has very good chances to win the tournament. And the first confirmation I got in the bootcamp, it felt like he was playing, on a bit of a higher level than he usually plays. And I even told him, Tato, if you play like that, you will reach top 4 easily in the bootcamp. And I was not wrong with that one. Number 5. What areas of your game do you think you need to improve to become the best? Clearly, decision making is still the major topic, I would claim. Favorite individual experience there. So my favorite individual experience outside of the tournament, outside of the castle, was the last day where we all hiked together. That was just a beautiful experience for me, especially because I'm completely into hiking. I especially love hiking with a group, and there it was pretty hilarious because initially it was like that. So the day, it was like 4 or 5 days before Sunday, where we went for the hiking. We had the idea to have people go for a hike together, just to have the last ensembled experience together in Heidelberg. And that's where that idea came up. And on Sunday, then we kind of were spontaneous, and we haven't figured a route yet. So I was like, "Hey guys, I have something. I'll take care of that." And the problem with Heidelberg is that you have literally two only options. First option is you have completely flat, or second option you go up a mountain, because Heidelberg is surrounded by a lot of mountains. There's not in between thing. So I was like, okay, let's go up a mountain, because going flat only in the city is kind of boring, because we are already used to that. We know everything already. So let's go up a mountain. And people were like, okay, Jordan, how chill is the hike? I was like, chill. And then Viper was asking, Jordan, how chill is the hike? Like, chill hike. I'm like, don't worry, man. It's a chill hike, right? So, yeah, we went for the hike. We went like, I don't know, 400 or 500 meters flat until we reached the point where it got up to the mountain. And there, obviously, it was a bit steeper. And, I was looking up. I had obviously no idea how the trailer would look like, because I looked up the path online. I didn't walk it or hike it before. So I was like, guys, yeah, we have to go up there. And people are just like looking at each other. Like, is this guy serious? And then they were walking up, and I was walking up in the front leading the charge. I was like, oh shit, they're going to hate me. They're absolutely going to hate me. So after each corner, I was like hoping, praying that it would not be as steep anymore. But after I went to the corner, I realized it is even steeper. So yeah, I was a bit uncomfortable in that situation. Because I promised them it's going to be a very chill hike. Yeah, but it is what it is, guys. After some meters, ACCM was like, okay, guys, I'm out of here. But the other people, I think we were 15, something like that. They kept on going or resuming that hike, and fortunately, it had become much more flatter, not so steep anymore. And then it was a beautiful hike, and everyone participating. It was just a beautiful situation for me. Question number 7. When the audience clapped and screamed in the midst of a game, did you as a player hear it? And if yes, what was that distracting? So obviously, for me as a non-top 4 player, I cannot say anything in that regard. I didn't hear anything. Sometimes I heard the casters, but that didn't distract me at all. No. But it is definitely different if you play on the stage, like the Age of Empires 4 players did all the time, or the Age of Empires 2 players, the top 4. Question number 8. Craziest fan you have met? So, I wouldn't say crazy, but I would say what they did was kinda crazy. People were traveling from New Zealand, from South America, from Vietnam, from so many different places on this planet, very far away from Heidelberg, just to be having the Heidelberg Redbull experience integrated. That was for me just out of my mind, completely out of my mind. To see something like that was really beautiful. Question number 9. Which players were you most impressed by at the tournament? It has to be Tato, right? Because the moment I played against him and realizing how beastie he played like was just a very nice moment for me, because I was so extremely proud of him. And, Tato has always been the player I have thought about that is the best player who has not won an S tier tournament yet. And, seeing him in that beast state was like, okay, he's gonna take it home. He's gonna take it home. Question number 10. Also, will Doubt taunt you more now that Viper, Tato, and him have won Redbull tournaments? Yeah, it has already started on the day where Tato won Redbull. And it's not gonna stop until I win Redbull. So maybe it will never happen. Did any okay, question number 11. Did any tactics discussed in gel camp not come out? There was one specific one which has not been shown. Yeah. Question number 12. Going into the tournament, what were your predictions for the GL players after bootcamp? After bootcamp, Tato top 4, Viper top 2, and Doubt top 16. You will hate me for saying that. No, just kidding. Doubt not top 16, but top 8. Question number 13. How much does live audience impact your performance? It has a very positive impact. I play the best when the pressure is the highest, and live audience always gives you pressure. Question number 14. How was it to be cheered on by people and be approached by fans? It is always such an amazing feeling to experience that. And I also think that I am very good at interacting with the people. So yeah, I personally love it so much, and obviously it makes you feel special, right? Question number 15. How late did you stay up celebrating Tato's victory? 1 a.m. And that is pretty late for me. Question number 16. Were all fans allowed to enter the playing area or only the +1? So yeah, it's only the +1s. Question number 17. How was it to play football with everyone? Was a beautiful experience for me as well. You know, most of the people were not the best at football, me included. But it's not about how good you are. It's about having fun. It's about you know, the team effort and team spirit, and that's something which was just lovely to see, us enjoying football and playing our way. It was just beautiful. Question number 18. Was Viles more open and integrated than last year? Do you like to hang out with him? So I cannot really answer the question because I don't know how exactly it was last year. But of course, I did quite a lot with Vilesa, and what I personally love about Vilesa, he's always down for activities. He's super active, and therefore we went for a lot of hiking or, you know, walking around in the city. And I personally feel like he has also opened up very well in this event. So yeah, a very lovely person, except him making sometimes jokes about me. Question number 19. What was one of the most memorable positive interactions with a fan? Positive interaction with a fan. Let me think about that one. I would say I had certain people that approached me where very soon we realized that the values we share are very similar, and we were able to have very good conversations about life in general, and about how they think about life, how I think about life, and all of a sudden it felt to me like I'm not talking with a fan there. It's me talking to a person which I love having conversations with about the values that matter to me as well. So it was really nice to have those kind of interactions as well. Question number 20. Where was Nully on your videos? It felt like he was not part of the team. The problem with that was that Nilly was occupied with casting or with, you know, preparation of the tournament all the time. So he was casting Age of Empires 2, he was casting Age of Empires 4, so he didn't have any spare time, so to say. Question number 21. What do you think about Kingston? Kingston, guys, for those people who don't know, I have never, prior to the tournament, interacted with Kingston at all. And I got the information that he would be the replacement, and he flew into the Heidelberg. When he arrived there, when I interacted with him, he was one of the most sympathetic people out there. And he's just, you know, he's rather young, 23 or 24, and he's just so nice. Just so nice. And you could immediately say that he has the heart on the right place. That's a German saying. I'm not sure if that is applicable in English as well. Anyway, I just loved interacting with him as well, and he's just so pure. Question number 22. Outside of GL, who was the one AoE 2 player with whom you spent the most time talking to? I would say the people I spent the most time with outside of GL would be Lyri, Hera, Roxy obviously, then Sitor, Margugu. Yeah, those 4 or 5 I spent the most time with outside of them. I would assume. These questions are always tough. If I missed one person, he's gonna hate me now. But yeah, it's about time spending, and I would say that would be the right answers. Question number 23. What were you feeling when you lost the last game against Hado? You know, for me personally, it's always like, and I think maybe that's why I'm one of the strongest people in terms of mindset. Every loss for me is losses always hurt, no question about that. But losses also give you the biggest room for improvement. And that's how I always try to look at things. And when I lost against Tado, of course, there's a little bit of pain. But on the other side, there's also a big amount of proudness for Tado. And, you know, I always have this mindset, if you lose not because of luck, you lose because you were the worst player. And Tato was the better player there, so he deserves to win there. It's like there's no other question regarding that one, right? And if I wanted to win that set, then I should have practiced a little bit more in the past before the tournament match, right? So I look at it very emotionless and objective. But yeah, losing there told me also, okay, Tado is in the semis and he has the chance now. So was very happy for him as well. Question number 24. Any lessons you learned for the next tournament? Yeah, I will have to. And that's something I realized in the bootcamp. Age of Empires 2 has gotten so complex. Incredibly complex. It's just crazy. And even if you dedicate so much time into it, preparing strategies, preparing the drafts, blah 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 blah, you will not cover everything. It's just not happening. It's just too complex of a game. Therefore, I was thinking that it would make more sense for me personally to tweak my preparations. And that's something I will have to think about, how I want to tweak it. But just playing games in a very stupid way, let's say, feels like a bit of inefficient for me. So I will have to optimize that. Question number 25. What's your happiest memory? Happiest memory? I would say in general the Saturday, the finals day. You know, being in Hallberg, in the castle, with all the beautiful people around cheering for a lovely game, and then also the GL public viewing experience was amazing for me as well. Celebrating the victory of our teammate Tado all together was just so amazing. So yeah, that was the best. Okay, let's end the Q&A with the fun questions, which Viper came with. Is that a grammarly proper question? I'm not sure. Anyway, guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, how good are you at bowling? I suck at it. I would give myself 0.5. What do you think a very chill hiking route means to a normal nerd? Yeah, I talked about that one briefly already. So the moment we went up the hill and the moment I saw all the facial expressions of the people joining the hike was just perfect. That was the moment where I realized, okay, Jordan, I think you failed with the hiking route. Was next time if I get the position again, I will just be like, yo guys, let's just walk around the city. Let's not even attempt to go up a hill. I think that is a bit better for the nerd standard. Also, the moment when we went up, we did 3 pauses, and then the third pause, Viper, completely exhausted, looks at me and says, like, Jordan, does this look like a chill hike for you? And I was like, yeah, this is a very chill hike. Oh yeah, that was a good moment, guys. That was definitely a good moment. Okay, guys, that completes the Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. How long is it? 25. That's not too bad. And yeah, some questions I have not answered here in this video, but I will answer that in the private messages, guys. So thank you again for the questions. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you very soon around. Bye bye.